Birshut Morai Barabotai, with the permission of Hashem, we are today the Parsha Vayera, the Parsha of one of the best parashiot in the Sidra of Shemot, because on this Parasha we see the start of the miracles that Hashem is started to do with the Jews in Egypt before He delivered them. As we know, before Mashiach will come, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will start to do the same miracle as He did in Egypt, so He can prepare the Jews. You see, if Hashem wanted to deliver the Jews from Egypt a few thousand years ago, in 1 minute, in 1 second, He could do it. But the Jews, they couldn't accept it. They couldn't live with it. They couldn't enjoy the liberation. As we know, the Jews at that time, they were far away from Hashem. Besides that, they respected some customs that they were Jews, and they did not change their names, they did not change their clothes, they did not change their language. But Emunah, they lost completely all their Emunah, because they had no time to think about Emunah. They had no time to think about Hashem, because they were slaves. You see, when you have no time, when somebody has a problem, he has no time to think about other things, because he focuses on his problems. All his time is spent on his problem. So the Jews at that time, all their problems was slaves. All their thoughts was how to work for Pharaoh, work. They had no time, because the Egyptians, they did not give them time to think. So unfortunately, besides knowing that they were Jews, they had no full of emunah on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As we know, that even that after all the miracles that they saw during 1 year, the 10 plagues that Hashem gave to the Egyptian, and all those miracles that Hashem did to the Jews, they were in 49 degrees of Tumah. That's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu had to give them 49 days of preparation from Pesach to Shavuot, Matan Torah, the day that He gave them the Torah. He gave them 49 days of preparation, because they were not well prepared, because they were in 49 degrees of Tumah. Can you imagine that? It's like somebody who is it's like somebody who has a shampoo to wash his hair, but he has no water. He has a shampoo, but he has no water. So he's smelling, he's filthy, he smells bad, but he has a shampoo. But shampoo, to wash your hair, you need the water as well. Or somebody who has water, who has no shampoo. It's the same. So that the Jews, they saw a lot of emunah, they saw a lot of things, what Hashem can do to them, but they needed Torah. And because they had no Torah, so they went down to 49 degrees of Torah, of 49 degrees of impurity, of Tum'ah. So they had to prepare themselves, to receive the Torah. So after such a big preparation, so they received the Torah, and they were Am Yisrael. Now, we must understand, why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu did not give one plague to the Egyptian? That's it. And let the Jews get out from Egypt and take them to the mountain of Sinai and give them Torah there, and that's it. The answer is because Hashem, He wanted to teach the Bnei Israel something. It's like a baby. A baby, you cannot teach him everything to talk. Every day you talk to him slowly by slowly, And then you teach him even to eat. At the beginning, we give him milk, a little bit of milk, and then after we give him a little bit more of milk, and then after we start to give him food, then he becomes autonomous to eat, to choose what he wants to choose. But that was the same with the Bnei Israel. HaKadosh Baruch Hu had to take a lot of time with them so they can know who they are, that they can know what they are, who is Hashem, or what Hashem wants from them. Because to be a Jew, there is a program that we should follow of being a Jew. It's not just to be a Jew, that's it. No, there is a program to follow. And this program is not an easy program, it's a hard program. To believe in Hashem, it's the same. To believe in Hashem, it's not just easy, I believe in Hashem. Everybody believes in Hashem. But there is a program, there is a way how to believe in Hashem, and which way to believe in Hashem, so that the emunah that we can have on Hashem, it will be a strong emunah, not just a emunah that one day I believe, the other day I don't believe. When it suits me, I believe on Him. When it doesn't suit me, I don't believe on Him. No, there is a program that we should follow, and Hashem, He didn't want He wanted to teach the Jews the strength of Hashem. That's why He went slowly with Paro, very slowly, very, very with warning. I warn you, if you don't let the Jews out, I'm going to punish you slowly. So during 1 year of that Hashem was sending Moshe Rabbeinu to Paro, and during 1 year that Hashem gave the 10th plague to the Egyptian, it took 1 year. During that year, the Jews, they started to be excited, knowing Hashem, slowly by slowly. Then they started to have more emunah on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And the last game was that the last test that the Jews had to pass, it was when Hashem said to the Bnei Israel, few days before they left Egypt, that's to do the sacrifice of Pesach. The sacrifice of Pesach is to kill, to do a shchita, a sheep. Can you imagine? At that time, the Egyptian, they believed on the sheep, Their god was a behema, an animal, the sheep. And so the Jews can take this sheep, which it was an idolatry of the Egyptian, and to kill it in front of them. It was not easy. It was very, very, very dangerous. It's like can you imagine? It's very, very, very dangerous, because the Egyptians, they consider the sheep as their god, and the Jews there, they took all the sheep, each family they took one sheep, and and the Egyptians, they asked them, why you take this? Why did you take the sheep to your house? Why? Because in a few days we're going to kill it. We're going to do a sacrifice for Hashem, sacrifice to Hashem. Can you imagine to tell that to the Egyptian? It's like you're making yourself in danger. And that's what Hashem, He wanted to test the Jews. Would it's enough? It was enough 1 year that He teach them that He is Hashem. It's 1 year now they arrive to that level to know, to believe on Hashem or not. Because this is now, it's a big dilemma now. Now they have to choose between Hashem, to be on Hashem, or to fear the God, the Egyptian God, the God that the Egyptian, for them it was a God. So now it's a big deal for the Jews. That was a big test for them. Now the Jews had to choose. And you know what they did, the Jews? When they heard Moshe Rabbeinu told them, take a sheep and hold it in your house few days. Why hold it in your house few days? Because in the meantime, the Egyptian will ask you, why do you do that? So you will answer them, in few days we're going to kill it. So of course, that was a big, it was I mean, a test that, a chosen test, now that the Jews have to test. And the Jews, they choose the way that they took the sheep with no fear to the Egyptian. And one day before they left Egypt, they took the sheep and they killed it. And it was smelly. And they smelled, when you do a steak, you smell the steak, you smell the steak, you smell it. And the Egyptian, they saw what the Jews were doing, and they couldn't do nothing. No, you understand me? That's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it took him 1 year to teach the Jews Emunah, to believe on him. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to punish the Egyptian, and once a small earthquake, pampa, or a big tsunami, it will finish with the Paro and all his people. Finish with them. But Hashem, in one hand, he said, I can't do that, but what about the Jews? The Jews, I have to teach, they must learn to believe on me. After 400 years in Egypt, with 400 years of Egyptian culture, 400 years, they saw the Egyptian, how for 400 years, they saw the Egyptian that they were their masters, and they only feared Pharaoh. Now they have to learn not to fear the Egyptians anymore, not to fear Pharaoh. Pharaoh is not a god, Pharaoh is nothing. It's like this baby that you teach him how to walk, how to talk, slowly about how to eat, slowly about. So it's like Hashem wanted to educate the Jews in Egypt before he gives them the Torah. At least when he will give them the Torah, they will know who gives them the Torah, what it is the Torah, what it is about, what does he want from them, what they are, who's Hashem. That takes time. Look, to know Hashem, it's not easy. Do you think it's easy for me to know? Every day we discover Hashem. And Baruch Hashem, I was brought up as a Jew. I was brought up since I was a baby. I only heard the name of Hashem. I only heard how to respect Torah and mitzvot, and I don't see myself doing something against the Torah or against the mitzvot. It's impossible. But because that was my education. But can you imagine the Jews in Egypt, 400 years of slaves, being slaves? All they know is Pharaoh. Besides knowing they are Jews, that's it. They did not know who is Hashem. What Hashem wants from them. Even if they wanted to, they couldn't. They had no time, because Pharaoh did not give them time to learn religion. So now I understand why it took why it took a lot of time to Hashem to punish Egypt. On one hand, it took him time to punish Egyptians. On the other hand, it teaches the Jews to believe on him. So, when the Bnei Israel went out from Egypt and they crossed the sea, well, something happened in the sea. After leaving the sea, they started to sing, Az Hashem Moshe Ubnei Israel. The sea is now all is about. Now we're gonna learn a little bit what the Zohar HaKadosh said. The Zohar HaKadosh said that Shlomo HaMelech, the king Shlomo, he wrote a book that its name is Shir, Hashirim, Asher Shlomo. Shir, it's a song. We have to understand first what it is a song, what it is a shir, what it is the connection between shir, a song, and chokhmah. Chokhmah. What it is chokhmah? What it is chokhmah? What it is chokhmah? Can you tell me?
In English?
Yes.
Very, very high wisdom, right below Keter.
Very good. Chokhmah is wisdom. Chokhmah. to be, it's like clever. Adam Hacham, a clever man. Shlomo HaMelech was the big Hacham by Ihkam Shlomo Mikol Adam. He was the biggest man with a lot of wisdom. He understood everything. He was better than a prophet. A prophet, he knows everything. But how a prophet he knows everything? Because Hashem give him. Hashem tell him. Hashem tell him, you know, that's what's going to happen. He tell him the future. But a man with the wisdom, he don't need Hashem to tell him. He's so clever that he can understand without telling him nothing. The Torah is a big chokhmah. Shlomo HaMelech alav shalom, because he was so hacham, he gave all reasons to the mitzvot. There were a lot of mitzvot that we did not know the signification. Why we do this, why we do that, why we do this. And Shlomo HaMelech, he tells us everything. And he wrote a book that his name is Shir Hashirim, the songs of the songs. So, Shlomo HaMelech alav shalom, not only he wrote Shir Hashirim, he put on Shir Hashirim all the secret of love between Hashem and the Jews since the exit from Egypt. That was Shlomo HaMelech alav shalom. Shlomo HaMelech alav shalom, he put in Shir Hashirim, the song of the songs, all the wisdom of the Torah, of the secret of the Torah. Because the Torah is chokhmah. Now, what the Zohar Kadosh said that Shlomo HaMelech alav shalom, because he was so hacham, he was so intelligent, he could even know what's going on in the Shamayim, the sky. To know what's going on in the Shamayim, it's not easy. You have to be very, very clever. Or to be a prophet. Moshe Rabbeinu alav shalom, he went to the Shamayim. And from the Shamayim, he brought the Torah with him. Shlomo HaMelech alav shalom, he started searching everything in the Torah. What the reason that we do this? What the reason, as the Zohar Kadosh, v'yada ha'chokmah v'izeh v'chikeh v'tikeh mishalem havi. You know, a lot of times we use lemashal. For instance, you know, we give to understand something. We give we give a mashal. It's like an example. We give an example. A lot of times we cannot understand something in the Torah without an example. When we talk about example, and Shlomo HaMelech, he said a lot of examples, a lot of mishalim, to explain the Torah, to explain the chokhmah of the Torah. And Shlomo HaMelech alav shalom, through his chokhmah, he brought from the Shamayim all what he could understand. And he put them in the Shir Hashirim, and he closed Shir Hashirim. That's why the Gemara said that Shir Hashirim is Kodesh Kodashim. That Shir Hashirim, the book of Shir, is the holiest of the holiest of the books. It's a very, very holy book. Shir Hashirim. It's a very, 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 very holy book. A very holy book. Why it's a very holy book? Because Shir Hashirim, Shlomo Melech Alav Shalom, he put all what he knows about Hashem and the Jews, the love between Hashem and the Jews, all the Matan Torah, because all the love that there is between Hashem and the Jews is through Matan Torah. It's because the Jews, they accepted Matan Torah, because Hashem wanted to give them Matan Torah. It's like, why, what it is all about a man and woman when they get married, besides loving each other. Besides loving each other, they get married to become one and to have children, to do a family. So exactly Hashem and Am Israel is only because of the Torah. All this relationship between love between Hashem and the Jews, only because they will receive the Torah. Because of this Torah that Hashem want to give them, and the Jews they accept it. And I would like just to tell you something. I was thinking today, why Shlomo Melech Alav Shalom, he called Shir Hashirim as the song of the songs. Why Shlomo Melech, he will not call this book, why did he not give to this book another name? Like the love between Hashem and the Jews. Why this book is named the Song of the Songs? Why? That was it's like the Zohar said, Kaniti Lidat Shir. I bought to know a song. From the songs that in Shamayim they learn. I mean, it's like Shlomo Melech, he heard songs there, and he bought one song from Shir Hashirim, a song about those songs that he heard in Shamayim. I bought a song about those songs. What's that mean? The Zohar said, Shir shel otam sharim shel ma'ala. Shir. So, שכולל כל ענייני התורה והחוכמה, וכוח וגבורה במה שהיה ועתיד להיות שיר של שרים של מעלה משוררים. The song that the malachim up there, they're singing. What they're singing? Torah. So Shlomo Melech Alav Shalom, he took out from there a song. I don't understand. So why he put it in Shir Hashirim? There must be here some sod, a secret, something that we have to understand. HaKadosh Baruch Hu first, he had to show to the Bnei Israel his strength, his koach. Second, they have to believe on him forever. All our emunah today on Hashem, every time today when we talk about emunah on Hashem, we talk about the exit of Egypt. Because all our emunah on Hashem, we bought it during that year. During that time, those moments, during that year, that Hashem was punishing the Egyptian. Hashem shows the Jews that he is the Baal Habayis. That Paro is nothing. Paro, that he can by himself, the big king of the kings, the big God. Hashem proved to the Jews, Paro is nothing. He's only a human being, and he's nothing. And Hashem, not only is the king of the kings, but Hashem is the Baal Habayis of the world. He can change everything. When he doesn't want light, there is no light. When Hashem wants sun, so like it happened, that during 1 week there was no light, it was dark in Egypt. Can you imagine that? 1 week you don't see, 1 week you see only the stars, you don't see the moon. It's a big miracle, this. You cannot believe on that. It's unbelievable. So that's what Hashem did. Can you imagine when Hashem, the last night, the night that the Jews went out of Egypt, it was a big light. Or Gadol. During the night, people saw lights. Who can do that? Only Hashem. And everything went with the word of Moshe Rabbeinu. with the permission of Hashem. So can you imagine, during 1 year, the Jews were looking at that. So it gives them a big emunah on Hashem. And all this why? To receive the Torah. So when Hashem will give them the Torah, they will accept it. They will not be confused. They will accept the Torah that Hashem give them. That was the only reason. Because the Torah teaches you who is Hashem. Through the Torah you know there is Hashem. Through the Torah you believe in Hashem. Because the Torah is order. It's like there is rules. Why you do that? Because Hashem told me to. As Moshe Rabbeinu, as David HaMelech said, with mitzvotecha emunah. All the mitzvot that we do, we don't eat chazir, we don't touch a woman that she's nida, we don't eat taref, we eat kosher, we respect Shabbat. Why? Because Hashem said it. Why? Why I'm not allowed to touch my wife? Why? Why? So what? Why I'm not allowed to eat all kind of meat? Why I have to eat kosher? Why I have to respect Shabbat? Why I have to wash my hand? Why I have to wash my hand when I woke up in the morning? Why I have to, even socks. When I wear my socks in the morning, I have to start with my right foot and after the left foot. Why? 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 Because Hashem said. Emunah. You understand? Emunah. To have such a big emunah, I mean, people prefer to live their life and to do what it's normal. To do what it's not normal, it's unnormal to do it. What it is normal, you eat what you want, it's normal. Drink what you want, it's normal. Do what you want, it's normal. Live as you want, it's not. Except don't kill, don't steal. Okay, but what it's normal, do it. No. Well, it's normal. Hashem said it's not normal. I mean, to eat food. Why it's not normal? Hashem said it's not normal. Why? This is Hashem. It's not easy to do something that it's normal and it's become abnormal. It's not easy. But when you believe in Hashem, but when you believe that because Hashem, the one who is the Balabais, the one who created the world, the one who has life and death in his hand, and he told you to do that, he has a reason, so I have to believe on it. This is Emunah. This is Emunah. Mitzvotecha Emunah. So that's why Hashem had to teach Emunah to the Bnei Israel before they left Egypt. And all this why? So they can receive Torah. And where was the Torah? Bashamayim. Shlomo Melech alav shalom, when the Jews, they received the Torah from the hand of Moshe Rabbeinu, the Chokhmah of the Torah, Shlomo Melech alav shalom, he was so clever, with a lot of wisdoms, and he has the zichut. Shlomo Zacha, he has a zichut, that he knew the secret of the Torah. Except one, the Paraduma. The secret of Paraduma I did not know. But all the secret of all mitzvot, even mitzvot that Hakamim give, he knew them. So according to each mitzvah, according to everything that Hashem give us, that's going to be, that will be, because there is a lot of mitzvot that there will be maybe in few years. Because each mitzvot Hashem give us Torah according to all generation that we will live. And Shlomo Melech, through his Chokhmah, he wrote a book. He wrote a book. From that Shir that he took from the Shamayim. He heard Bashamayim Malachim, angels, singing. They were singing the Chokhmah of the Torah. As we know, the Torah is here, down here. The Torah, Moshe Rabbeinu, he fight the Malachim and he took from their hand the Torah. And the Torah is here. But the Chokhmah of the Torah, the Malachim sing. They sing. So Shlomo Melech Alav Hashem, he wrote Shir Hashirim. He took a song, a love song, from all those Malachim, what they're singing. And he wrote a book. That's what he said. Kanitili lada'at shir. I bought with my Chokhmah to know one song. מאותן השירים העליונים, from those songs that the Malachim are singing. ואשר תחתם, and Shlomo Melech Alav Shalom, he took out all the songs, he took one song that it's kolel, there is there all the Chokhmah of the Torah. And he put it in Shir Hashirim. I would like to tell you something. Why this book he named it Shir? You know why? Now I want to tell you a few things. Not for nothing, Hachamim said that Shir Hashirim is Kodesh Kodashim. Sometimes we think that Shir Hashirim is a love song. It's like talk about couple that they love each one. Now, Shir Hashirim, it's Kodesh, it's the holies of the holies. It's a very holy book. When a man wants to study Torah, when a man wants to serve Hashem, he should be b'simcha. He should be happy. When you see a man singing, that means that he's happy. At the time of Shlomo Melech Alav Shalom was so powerful man. In his generation, there was peace, there was shalom. People are living in peace. There was no war. Even Ganovim, people did never enter a house to steal money from there, because they did not need nothing. People, they let their safe, their doors, home doors opened. Even the safe that today we close with a numbers combination, at that time, if there were any kind of safes, they didn't close them, because there was no ganav, no one to enter your house to steal money or gold or diamonds from your house. People did not need nothing. They had everything. The generation of Shlomo Melech, it was a full moon. Full moon, not half, full moon. People were happy. People were smiling. People were serving Hashem with happiness. Shlomo Melech, Yashav al Kiseh, the Torah said, Yashav al Kiseh Hashem. He sits on the throne of Hashem. And the whole world knows that Shlomo Melech was the king of the kings. Shlomo Melech, he was the son of David HaMelech. David HaMelech, he was a big singing man. David HaMelech, he said, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, serve Hashem with joy. David HaMelech said, Zimirut hayel chukecha, the Torah for me is a song. He's a big singer, David HaMelech. Tov leodot Hashem, u'shimcha na'im lizamer. So his son, Shlomo Melech, he took the steps of his father. David Melech Alav Shalom, with all the problems that he had, he worked hard to be always a happy man. He always accepted whatever Hashem wanted from him. That was David Melech. In the generation of Shlomo Melech, it was the best. There was no problem. No one had a problem. There was no war. Nothing. In the time of David Melech, there was a lot of wars. In the time of Shlomo Melech, his son, there was only peace. So Shlomo Melech Alav Hashem had the zichut to bring down the full happiness from the Shamayim. What do the Malachim do, the Shamayim? They are singing. They sing. They sing to Hashem. There's no problems there. In generation with Shlomo Melech, there was no problem. So Shlomo Melech alav shalom, he had the courage, the koach, to bring from the Shamayim this happiness, this chokhmah, and he gave to the Jews a derech, a way how to serve Hashem, like that, with chokhmah, with joy. Look, when you go to the yeshiva, you go to the Beit HaMidrash, and you see people sitting and learning Torah, what do you listen? Amar Rabba, Amar Abaye, Amar Abina, Me'mata Ekrim Shema Be'arvit. We singing, with happiness. You see people. Have you seen a man the yeshiva crying when he learned Torah? No. Torah Hashem, Timima, Mishavat Nafesh. The best remedy for depression is the Torah. Torah is the best remedy for depression. It's bringing you happiness. When you hear a nice shiur, a nice lecture, you smile, you're happy. It makes you happy. Torah, it's misamahat, it gives you joy. When the Jews left Egypt, and they were so happy, as Moshe ben Israel, they started, and as soon as they started to sing, they become all of them prophets. All the prophets that we had, Hashem talked to them only when they were happy. When a man is sad, he cannot be a prophet. When a man is sad, he becomes tameh. That's why we are not allowed to be sad when we pray to Hashem. Shira is Shar Yah, to sing for Hashem, to are connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When you sing, it connects you to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The big tzaddikim, they were big singing. All my grandfathers, they were big singers. They composed Shirim. They sing all nights they were singing. In the time of Shlomo Melech alav shalom was the perfection, shlimut. So Shlomo Melech alav shalom, in his time was only when a man is happy, he can compose songs, he can work. But when a man is not happy, he cannot design nothing. Only through happiness you can do a lot of things. Through that happiness that it was in the generation of Shlomo Melech, he could bring this shir that the Malachim Ma'ala were singing, and he brought it back, and he brought it in this world, and he put it in the Shir Hashirim. That's why the Shir Hashirim, it's named the Sing of the Sings, not a sing of love. Because it's not a sing of love, it's a sing which is full of chokhmah. Of course, it's a full of love, but the main sing, it's not the love that there is between Hashem and Am Yisrael. The most important is, what is love? There is a love between Am Yisrael and HaKadosh Baruch Hu because of the Torah. And this Shir Hashirim, it's all full of Torah. The love between a man and Hashem. The Zohar said, Amar ben Azar, Elo Hashirim amdu ad shenolad Levi. As long as there was no Leviim, it was the Malachim were singing. But since the Leviim came, Levi, Moshe, Aaron, and the Leviim, so the song up there was finished. It was Shalem. Now it's the Leviim here who sing. Shir Hashirim. Up there, the Malachim were singing, but since the Leviim came and the Beit HaMikdash was built, that's it. Now the Malachim the Levim, they are singing. Shir Hashirim, the song. Before there was songs, now there is only one song. It's the Levim who sing it. Look the importance of the Am Yisrael toward the eyes of Hashem. Before the Beit HaMikdash was built, the Malachim were singing to Hashem. Now there is the Beit HaMikdash, is prefer that people down here to sing for him better than the people down there to sing for him. Hashem has a preference, the Bnei Israel than the Malachim, the Levim than the Malachim. Ay. זוהר סדמה בלעזר. באותה השעה שנולד לוי, פתחו למעלה ואמרו, מי תלך כי יחליוני כשדהימי. משחק בחוץ שקחה גם לא יבוזו לי. Oh, la. When Levi was born, the Malachim up there, they said, I would love you to be my friend, my brother. And even if you took my place, I would not be jealous of you. When did Shevet Levi? When the Levim came from Shevet Levi, they started singing at the Beit HaMikdash. So, it's actually what the Zohar said. נתקדשו אלה לנוכח אלה, חברים כאחד ועולמות אחד, ומלך אחד שוכן עליהם, בשלום יעשה ספי מותו שיש אותם השערים, ויסתם חוכמה בו. Ay. What the Zohar Kadosh said. When the Beit HaMikdash was created, when they built the Beit HaMikdash, the Levim started, because the Torah said, ועשו למשכן ושכבתי בתוכם, because the Mishkan Hashem resigned in the Beit HaMikdash. The house of Hashem is in the Beit HaMikdash. When the Beit HaMikdash was built, and the Levim started to sing to Hashem in the Beit HaMikdash, so they stand up, the Malachim one side and the Levim on the other side, one in front of the other one. So now this world and the other world, the all Olamot were one, with one God, one King. And Shlomo Melech Alav Hashem, what he did, out of the songs that they're singing, the Levim down there, the Malachim up there, he wrote a song. His name is Shir Hashirim. Shirim that the Malachim are singing and the Levim are singing, and Shlomo Melech, he took one song and he wrote one song. He took the resume of one song for the Malachim, the Levim, what they are singing. And Shlomo Melech Alav Hashem, he put a lot of Chokhmah in that song. Vinistam. And where our work is to be migale, to discover the beauty of the song of Shlomo Melech, that it was made with Chokhmah. And how can we understand it? Only through happiness. Through happiness. When we are happy, when we serve Hashem with happiness, when we sing to HaKadosh Baruch Hu with joy, with happiness, so we will understand what Hashem wants from us. You know, most of the tzaddikim, all the books that they wrote, you couldn't write them if they were not b'simcha. Only because when you are sameach, when you are happy, and you study Torah with happiness, you discover the secret of Torah. You discover mamash the secret of the Torah. It's all up to you. Now we understand all. When the Jews left Egypt, the first thing they did, listen to this. As Hashem Moshe Bnei Israel, the Malachim, they wanted to sing. And Hashem told them, no, you don't sing. First, the Jews should sing. Then you sing. Because the tachlis, the ikar of the songs was given to the Jews. Because when a man sings, You expose, like when there is a wedding. When there is a wedding, we need to sing. This is the way to expose, our joy. This is the way to expose our... Can you imagine if we go to a wedding and we sit in front of the Khatan Kala and we cry? Well, this is, they will throw you out because this is Khatan Kala. It's we know that we came to make them happy because a wedding is a simcha. You buy a house, you enter your house, and you bring a man to visit your house, and we start crying. You will throw him out. Because you bring him to visit your house. You're so happy to have a beautiful house. You have a man who cries. It's disturb you. It's not acceptable. So when they give you a big check and you start crying, you will take the check out from your hand because instead of being happy, you cry. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world, he was so happy. Very happy. At least now he has a kingdom. Now he can be a king. Now he has people. But when Adam did the Avera, he destroyed everything. When Adam did the sin, he ate from the forbidden tree, he did a big sin. So he was thrown out from Gan Eden. But Hashem, he was so sorry for him. He didn't want to throw him out before Shabbat. He waited till after Shabbat, and he told him. And Adam he realized what he did. He realized the big sin that he did. And he realized that Hashem gave him a day. And one more day, at Shabbat. What he did at Shabbat, מזמור של יום השבת טוב להודות לשם ולשמך נעים לזמר להגיד בבוקר חסדיך ואמונתך בלילות. He started singing. He knew that from now on, that's why we sing on Shabbat. Why we sing on Shabbat? Because Shabbos, because of the present that Hashem give to Adam HaRishon. Because Adam HaRishon, he did the Avera on Friday, he was not supposed to be in Gan Eden on Shabbat. But Hashem was pity. He felt sorry for him. So he gave him one day more. That's why we sing. Why we sing? Because Adam HaRishon sing. He was the first one who sing. This Mizmor of Mizmor Shel Yom Shabbat, it's Adam HaRishon who wrote it. It's in Tehillim, but it's Adam HaRishon who wrote it. Mizmor Shel Yom Shabbat, Toiv lehoidot Hashem, Ulshimcha na'im lezamer. It's good to sing for you, Hashem. When you sing, you expose your joy to your Creator, to Hashem, to thank Him. That's why we sing every Shabbos. Because on Shabbat we don't work. On Shabbat, Baruch Hashem, we have no problem. So that is the only day during the week that we can give it to Hashem. We will join on Shabbat, and we will join Hashem too with us on Shabbat. And through happiness, we can take a lot of promises that we promise to Hashem. We will do this, we will do that. Compromise, we do a lot of compromise when we are happy. Look, when a man fell in love with a girl and he wants to marry her, he compromised a lot of things. This is the way he exposes his joy. He gives her presents. Why? Because this is the way to expose. This is the way to show that you want to marry her. You give her presents. What Hashem did for us to express Himself that He loves us and He wants to marry us and want to be one with us through the Torah that He gave us. The Torah. It's beautiful, the Torah. He gives us with happiness, with joy. He gives us life. Parnasa, health, Torah. So how we should respond with happiness. Imagine a wife, the Khatan, he gives to the Kala a present, and the Kala should take the present and throw it away. Of course, he will not be happy. This is the way. Shir Hashirim asher l'shlomo. Shlomo Melech alav shalom. He took all the beauty, the chokhmah of the Torah that he heard from the Malachim singing, and he put it in his song, the Shir Hashirim. Shir, the song that the Malachim are singing, he put it in one book and he closed the book. This is the Torah. There is not Torah, another Torah. It's like Hamisha Chumshei Torah. There is only these 5 books, there is no 6 books. That's why Shir Hashirim is holy, Kodesh Kodashim. Because it's a small book, and there is all the resume of the Torah there. All what was, what happened, what's going to happen. It's in Shir Hashirim. It talks about everything in Shir Hashirim. All the secret of the Torah, all the nivot, all what's going to happen to Mashiach will come, it's in Shir Hashirim. That's why thousands of books, they wrote thousands of books to explain Shir Hashirim. The Malachim are singing Torah. So Shlomo Melech alav shalom, he took all what he heard from the Shamayim and he put it in one book. Because only from happiness, the Malachim up there, they're happy, they have no problems. And because they're happy, they have no problems, they can learn Torah with joy. They know everything. And they hear Shiurim from Hashem every day. Through happiness. Through happiness to get everything. The Jews, when they left Egypt, when they saw all the miracles Hashem did with them, the only way to express themselves to Hashem with love, as Hashem Moshe over in Israel, they started singing with Moshe Rabbeinu. And then they said, Adonai Imloch L'olam Va'ed. They made Hashem as king forever. How? Because they were happy. Only through happiness we can achieve a very high level. Only through happiness. And Shlomo Melech alav shalom, his generation, it was the best moment, the best time. Maybe you will ask me, why not during Moshe Rabbeinu? Why not during Moshe Rabbeinu? It was not the best time. 40 שנה אקוד בדור והאומה עם תועה אל עבריהם. Even David HaMelech, he said it was very 40 years of war between Jews and Hashem. He thought, with all what he saw in Egypt, Ma'amad al-Sinai, Matan Torah, the man, all the miracles that he saw, they were fighting. Anshi Milhama. We call them Dora Milhama, the generation of fighters. Always they fighted Moshe Rabbeinu, Korah, they fighted Hashem, Erev Rav, all problems. Even all what they saw, it's not easy, it's not easy. It's not easy to be Jew, it's not easy to accept the laws. But that's why Moshe Rabbeinu couldn't tell them all the secrets of the Torah. He couldn't tell them everything. But a generation of Shlomo Melech, it was a generation of Shlimut. They were perfect. Ish tahat gifno, v'tahat te'enato. All Jews, everyone was sitting privately, calm, with no fight, peace, rich. They had big bracha, no problem, no borders, no passport. You could go anywhere they want to go. No fight, nothing to fear, because Shlomo Melech governed the whole world. No lion will attack a man. Nothing, everything was perfect. So in that happy generation, They serve Hashem with happiness. Wow. So they could only. So Shlomo Melech, he took the advantage of that generation and he teach them Chokhmah. People were happy. And Shir, it's happiness. You can only see a happy man singing. You will not see a man who lost his father. You will not see singing. He can't sing. So Shlomo Melech alav shalom and his generation, they were singing. So Shlomo Melech, he took the opportunity of that happiness that he took from all what he heard from the Shamayim, and he put everything, all what the Ma'arim are singing, and he put it in one book, one Shir. Shir Hashirim. Asher leShlomo. Shlomo has this zechut. Only Shlomo. Because of Shlomo. Because Hashem promised to David HaMelech, and the generation of your son Shlomo, there will be shalom. There will be peace. So because of that promise, that Hashem promised to David HaMelech, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he accomplished the promise, so only Shlomo HaMelech. Shir Hashirim. Shlomo Melech, he took the advantage that during his generation there was peace, shalom, so he went to the Shamayim and he took all what he heard there, all the Chokhmah that he heard there, all the singing that the Malachim are singing, all the Chokhmah and he put it in one book and he made a holy book out of what he heard. Chokhmah, v'nistam Chokhmah bo. And now we understand. All the Torah is in that small book. Is the resume. All the Torah is there. It's there. So by Hashem, when Mashiach will come, we will understand more. Now, not everyone can understand everything, but by Hashem, when Mashiach will come, we understand more. Usually, we sing Shir Hashirim on Shabbos. Why we sing it on Shabbos? Why we sing on Shabbos? Because on Shabbat, it's the day that a man is happy. Only when you are happy, you can study Torah. Only when you are happy, you can serve Hashem. And Shabbat is the propitious day. Shabbat is the day of happiness. Shabbat is the day of joy. So on Shabbat, we sing Shir Hashirim. Because Shir Hashirim is the Shlimut. On Shabbat is the Shlimut. On Shabbat, a man achieved Shlimut. On Shabbat is the gift that Hashem gives us. So on Shabbat we sing. So on Shabbat we sing Shir Hashirim. But, according to some Mekubalim, when we have a problem, we repeat 40 days. During 40 days, we read Shir Hashirim. And according to the Mekubalim, a man before he dies, he will read Shir Hashirim about him before his soul go away out from his neshama, because Shir Hashirim it connects the man to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And there is a lot of sodot in Shir Hashirim. And through Shir Hashirim you can fight the klipa. הנה מיתתו של שלמה 60 גיבורים שווים לה. What that means 60 גיבורים? What it is, הנה מיתתו של שלמה? I saw one book who said, a man who wants to become shalem, when he died, 60 גיבורים שווים. When he has 60 strong men around him. And what it is strong? 60 strong men. They are the 60 Gemarot. There is 60 Gemarot. When you read the 60 Gemarot, because in the 60 Gemarot you have the whole Torah. When you read the 60 Gemarot, so you are perfect man. הנה מיתתו של שלמה. When a man dies, the first question you will ask him up there, did you study Torah? אשרי מי שבא לכאן ותלמודו בידו. What a joy can a man have when he arrives up there and he has Torah in his hand. Hinei mitato shel Shlomo. To become a perfect man when you die, only when the Torah protects you, when you have in your hand the 60 Gemarot. Beautiful, huh? Beautiful. So you see all what the Malachim were singing, they're singing Torah. They're singing Torah. Chokhmat Torah. That's what they're singing. Because there is no problem, there is no mitzvot. Up there is nothing to do. Only people, only Malachim are singing. Only Tzadikim are in Gan Eden. And the Malachim are singing Torah. And Shlomo Melech Alav Shalom, he wanted to bring all the sodot of the Torah up there, from up there. Because they were not well known. Even as Moshe Rabbeinu, he bring all the secret, he bring all the Torah up down here. But it was not easy to understand. But Shlomo Melech Alav Shalom, he knew that there is no Torah up there. But the Malachim are singing the Torah. And he heard the Chokhmah of the Torah. And he put it in one book. That's why we call it Kodesh Kodashim.